Well, since we sold the Gladiator, the LJ's taken over a little more grocery getting duties, daily driving duties, and while it's a fantastic driving Jeep, it's time to refreshen it up a little bit. The seats have seen better days. It has 198,000 miles on it, and these seats, they're pretty much completely shot. It's a little bit noisy, and if we're gonna start driving this thing around a little more, it'd be nice to do some interior upgrades on it. We're gonna rip the interior out, give it a deep clean, give it some sound insulation from Sound Assassin on the floorboards, wheel wells. We're gonna spike up the lights a little bit with some new LED lights, a Wrangler Fix PCM. This is the optimized version, so it's really gonna kind of wake up the Jeep, fix those shift points in the transmission and optimize the tune, as well as a single seat. We're gonna try this out, see if we like it. Cassie and I were both looking for the adjustability as well as the retention of the tumble and fold feature. So this bolts directly to our stock brackets. This is a rugged ridge seat. Got it from Off-Road Elements. Quite a good deal. So we're gonna see if we like it before we order a second. And then finally, a Hothead headliner kit. Gray, kind of keeping the gray theme on the interior. This is the full kit with the Sound Assassin strips, just to kind of, once again, quiet this thing down and make it a little more comfortable. It's a fantastic driving Jeep. We don't want to go too crazy with it, but these are upgrades that we've done in the past on other Jeeps, and the outcome is fantastic. It really quiets it down, it makes it more comfortable, and hopefully the seat and all of these other goodies will improve that even further. So we got a lot to do. Let's start by ripping everything out of the interior and seeing what's under the carpet. You guys helping? Last time you were on the channel, Maggie, you were just a puppy. Shadow, he's still crazy as ever, but Maggie's, she's growing up. Hey girl, Maggie. She doesn't listen, she's very picky. We're gonna leave the hardtop on for this one because it's a little bit heavy. We're gonna do everything inside, starting by removing the seats. You can be a little stubborn, so go ahead and spray him with some PB Blaster a few days before. Not horrible. Not bad. Just a little bit dirty. Under the passenger seat was a Howdy Y'all Texas pressed penny from Fort Worth. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that weird. Fort Worth, Texas. We'll add it to the collection. Another rare find here. Sachkaweah. How do you say that lady's name? $1. And a dime. The vacuum filter's drying out outside, had to rinse it down. We're gonna go ahead and start swapping at these light bulbs. I've had these LEDs in the shop for a few years now. I think they're planned for an LJ, or a JK. Just a generic 7-inch LED light. Really do like the chrome grill on this. Come on, babe. Everything is pulled out, seats, carpet, center console. Just gonna take it down and already scrubbed it, degreased it. We're just gonna rinse it out with the hose and pull the plugs. Using a bucket. What do you think, Mag? How's it look? You wanna hop in? Come on. Maggie, come on. You wanna come on in? It's a little bit slippery. You wanna come in? No? No interest? See you later. After everything's dried out, you can go through and wipe it down one more time. If there's any areas that have rust, we're gonna wanna go ahead and tackle that. So you lay them all out. It's pretty self-explanatory. You lay them out in strips, a few pieces you cut in half, but we've been putting them down, rolling it in. Quite a few are done already. We're gonna tackle this piece. Then we can go ahead and cut areas out, especially in spots like this where we got stuff to work around. then once we have it formed in place, we grab the roller and roll it out. After finishing the entire tub with this Sound Assassin, it's extremely rewarding. It's a fun process putting it down. It really does suck. My fingers are sore today. We're gonna move on to the hardtop headliner install. Hothead Headliners has a great step-by-step tutorial for it, but it's pretty easy. We're gonna clean it out. I've went ahead and wiped it down, and then now we're gonna move over to acetone to really prep the surface for adhesion. This is the part where your shoulder is gonna be sore the next day. Well, we're gonna move our attention to the seat. We're gonna go ahead and try to get this installed over on the driver's side. So like I mentioned, this is the Rugged Ridge XHD seat. It's gonna bolt up directly onto our existing seat bracket, so all the functions will still work. We have our instructions here, depends on the year that you're installing this, but pretty much we're gonna remove our seat first. We're gonna pop those 4 bolts out, which are tucked up under here. We're also going to have to take off this Torx to keep our seat belt if we plan on keeping that. Once you get those 4 side ones removed, just pop this lower cushion out, get the top 2, and then use a wrench to get the bottom 2. They're all 13 millimeter. These 2 wings, those threaded tabs on the late model TJs, just like the instructions say, we got to drill those threaded portions out and get us new bolts for that. So drill them out, 21/64. Since we have our seat slider base assembly out, I went ahead and cleaned it out, got rid of the years of dog hair, grime, grease, everything that built up all throughout here. So I cleaned it up, washed it down. Now's a good time. We could go ahead and paint this, but don't have to. But what I do want to do, replace the seat bushings. This thing had a lot of wobble to it, and that's because some of these bushings wear out over the years. Now this was on Amazon. I'll throw a link in the video description. But I think it's like Seat Savers or something. We did them on Cassie's Red LJ a while back. But these are much easier to install when the base is out. Scan the QR code. We have the instructions. Should be pretty straightforward. But here's our original one, and that's gonna be the one that replaces it. Our original one up here was completely missing. So this piece, you just want to pry it open just enough to get it around. We're just gonna tap that on now. Well, I'm fairly confident this is how it's supposed to be set up. We remove everything from our seat riser and we relocate our tumble and fold cable over through this grommet, through this point right here on the rear cross member, and then we attach this little shift bracket. Then we're going to attach our seat with the instructions on the bracket kit, and then once it's on, we tie in another spring somewhere. But there weren't too many pictures on the internet about this setup, so that should work. Now we're gonna do this on the ground. Go back to our instructions. This is for our setup. And we're gonna mount the seat on the bracket. We reattached our seat belt. Had to grab a washer, some Loctite, and you leave it pretty snug with some blue Loctite, but enough to still be able to bend your bracket. Routed our seatbelt light here. Ours actually had it cut here in the wires. So we're gonna route that a little better this time. Everything's cleaned up. We have our new seat bushings. All we have left to do is throw this back in the Jeep and bolt it down just like the stock seat. And I guess first things, before we do that, let's put the little covers and knobs on here. Well, I never really got to do a wrap up of the LJ because Cassie was excited and took it to work. I am stopping by Off-Road Addiction real quick. We got some tires from the race Jeep that need dismounted, swapped around, and we're gonna use their machine. And then we're gonna stop by Cassie's work, take a quick sneak peek at the LJ, see what it looks like all finished up. So the main reason I swung by here is to get these two tires dismounted from the bead lock. Did the whole trick with the high lift, trying to break the bead, driving on it, all that, none of it worked. And these are from the last race out at Crossfire, the Ultra 4 race there. Blew a completely brand new Nitto out. I mean, it's a brand new tire for that race, blew that one out. This is an old race tire, it's chewed up pretty good, but the tire's fine, but this wheel, where the studs broke off and the tire came off. So this wheel is most likely not usable, but we'll just swap these two. Good tire onto a good wheel, bad tire and bad wheel. Unfortunately, I have to go to the junkyard. So we're gonna go take it over. Well, we just talked for like an hour and I forgot to do a walk around to the Jeep, but the battery's charged at least. Over the weekend, the whole family hopped in the red LJ and we went down to do some wheeling at Crossbar. Now this was Red Dirt Jeep Club's STK fundraising event, which is Support the Kids. They do it annually, and as always, it's a fantastic event. Some great raffle prizes, fun day on the trails, family-friendly atmosphere, and it's really, what else do you need to have a reason to go wheeling with some friends at a cool off-road park? The LJ did fantastic. The kids had a blast. They hopped out, got some shots of us wheeling, and we just drove all around the park. We are out at Crossbar Off-Road Park. We got Cassie, the kids. Today is Red Dirt Jeep STK Day. I'm trying to catch up to some people. There's some people ahead of us.
We slept in late.
Woohoo! We put a new rear seat in the LJ. The kids said it's a big upgrade compared to a bench seat with booster seats. All right, y'all ready to, we gotta keep going. They're leaving us. All right, hop in. I'll give you the camera back, Em. So I decided to steal the LJ for a day just to see how it is. Been driving around for about an hour now, and I'll go ahead and say all of these upgrades have been a major improvement. The interior of the Jeep is much more quiet. The AC seems to actually be doing a pretty good job. The Wrangler fixed computer, I definitely noticed the shift points have changed, which actually keeps it in the power band, which is very nice. It's definitely not a speed monster, but you can tell that it definitely made a few changes. We're gonna get on the highway here so we can kind of check out the interior noise. And typically the inside, you wouldn't be able to talk at like a low voice like this, so it's very nice. Now the seat, very comfortable, but I sit extremely high. Here's my eye line right now. So I am way up here. And earlier, I'd like lean down to look at the stoplight. The seat's comfortable, the adjustments are nice, but it does sit higher. Now this actually sits a little bit lower than like the PRPs would. That's a lot of the Jeep aftermarket seats that retain like the factory base, the seats just sit a lot higher than they should. So if you're a tall person, that's something to look out for. But so far, this is a pretty nice ride. Need to do a little alignment real quick when we get home, but everything is feeling smooth and quiet. Road noise has been severely cut down with all of the sound assassin strips on the floorboard, and the wind noise from the hardtop is drastically reduced with the hothead headliners. Getting to these reclining knobs is a little bit hard because we have the roll cage right here, and then on that side we have the center console. So really, in order to recline this, you almost have to scoot the seat up some to be able to get your hand to that. But that's probably some people's seating position. You can see how the seat actually sits fairly similar to the stock location. It's raised about an inch. Passenger seat, I think we're gonna go ahead and order one of those. But tumble and fold feature, you have the lever here instead of on the back of there. I don't know if I can do this one-handed and pull it forward. Of course, you can still slide it forward more. You could still use this knob to fold it forward. I know this wasn't a crazy video with a lot of big jobs, but they're very simple, realistic upgrades that you can do to your Jeep Wrangler. Pretty much all these, doesn't matter if you have a TJ, YJ, JK, JL, Gladiator, there's always something you can do to the interior. It's gonna kind of suit your needs. But I just wanted to put out a video because it's been quite a while. I think the last one was when we sold the Gladiator. That was before I went on orders down in Texas with the Coast Guard. Came back 3 months later, spent time with the family, caught up with all of the house projects, and just wanted to knock out some projects on this, make a video for you guys, say what's up. But this project's wrapped up. I gotta head back home, knock out some other projects. Thanks for watching, guys. Like always, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.